I'm getting really sick and tired of this stupid fucking iPad. Air storage. Even though you had an hour, even though I had an hour-long video on here, it was still on there. And then I did a 20-minute video, and no interruptions there. But no, I have a 20-minute video, a 3-minute video, and a 7-minute video, and people get interrupted. And they're like, nope, you can't do that. Out of storage. And it's not like it was that long ago when I did the hour-long video. It was like maybe 3 months ago at the most. And I haven't gotten that many Kindle books or digital shit since then. It makes no sense. I don't know why I keep running out of storage. It shouldn't happen. And I know why. I know it makes sense why. I know why I'm running out of storage. I'm just saying, thinking of it logically, it shouldn't keep running out of storage like that. But this is my comic haul, and I have to do this all over again. I had one book left. Okay, so a bit disappointing this time because I didn't find Radiance Black or Once and Future, two new series that I'm reading. But that's fine. Both, Once and Future, I have like 20 issues. 20 issues to read, so I think I'd be good for 2 weeks for that one, even if I was gonna read it. Radiant Black, I only have 8 issues of, so that's fine. I only 8? Come on. I'm more thinking, like, if I read one per day, I only have 8 days worth of Radiant Black. At least it'd be nice to at least have the 9th issue, the recent issue. Whatever. They should, maybe it'll happen, I don't know. DC and DC Comics. Newbury Comics is right up in the air on whether or not they'll have what you're looking for the next time you go. Alright, so first and foremost, and actually, now that I'm doing a second cut, I wanted to show it's very similar. One of the covers I got is very similar. Actually, it looks the exact same. Wow. Yeah, oh my god, like, so what if it's the same guy? Okay, so this is DC versus Vampires, #1. Actually, the first two are both technically Halloween comics, which is kind of funny. Actually, the first 3 are. Alright, so this one, this cover for DC versus Vampires looks the exact same as this cover for DCeased. And I wonder if this cover will be worth more than the other covers. It already is, because this is $5, and the first issue was $3.99. But I didn't mind paying extra. I was like, you know what the hell. So this is by this is by James Tynion. I thought they were both by the same guy. You'll see what I'm talking about. And then Task Force Z, which this one's by Rosenberg. I thought they were both by Rosenberg, for whatever reason. No, this is Tom Taylor actually too. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, Task Force Z is technically it's a Halloween comic. Oh yeah, definitely. It's like monster zombies with Suicide Squad, I think. At least, nice, Red Arrow, Red Hood, and Batman, I guess. Sorry, they're talking downstairs. I've got to get back on this series. Season 3 is coming out, and I don't want to be too far behind. It's just, for me, I don't have HBO Max. If I did, I wouldn't have to buy Suicide Squad and Justice League, which I won't. Because what we get, because we are thinking about getting HBO Max, so I'll probably just wait until, I know that physical media is better than the streaming service that can cut footage from the original theatrical release because of Twitter people, but I mean, Suicide Squad is just Suicide Squad, and same with the Zack Snyder's Justice League Snyder cut. And there's final Halloween, not a final. Actually, there's a lot of them. Actually, next 2 are. Almost all these are technically Halloween comics. I just realized that. That wasn't it wasn't done on purpose or anything like that. But this one is Batman: The Long Halloween Special. I kind of, for whatever reason, I didn't think they would have it. Like, I figured they would, but I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't. This is their Jeff Loeb's and Tim Sale's return to Batman: The Long Halloween, even better. So, it's gonna be one of those comics everyone seeks out. And the same thing happened with, I still can't find it, Spider-Man Life Story. I'll check and look for it. The Life Story Spider-Man Annual. I guess it was Chip Zdarsky back on that Life Story, and I guess everyone won that. So they didn't have Once and Future or Radiance Black. But this one, if they didn't have it, I would be so much more pissed off. and that's why it wasn't as disappointing as But House of Slaughter #1. This is the reasons why I didn't think they have it. It's a spin-off to a critically acclaimed series that everyone is buying. It's technically it's the first issue, if you don't count the free comic book day one. And it's just, critically acclaimed. It's just a series that everyone likes. So it was kind of redundant for that last one, but you get it. You get the point. I just didn't think they'd have it. Because of those reasons. But so I think this is gonna be maybe a mini series. I'm not 100% sure. I kind of feel like it was. I have kind of you have no doubt in your mind that it is. I feel like I had seen something that had said it was like a 6-issue or 12-issue miniseries. I mean, James Tynion is leaving DC pretty soon here for a Substack. So both DC and Boom Studios. So DC Comics with his Nice House on the Lake is Batman run, obviously, but Nice House on the Lake might not even finish their story, or at least not by James Tynion, which would kind of suck. Yeah, House of Slaughter, and then the last single issue floppy, and that's Aquaman and Green Arrow Deep Target, issue 1 of 7. Not an author I recognize. But that's going to be a trend today of authors I don't recognize. Yeah, I can't see it. I wish they would just have it right. Like they have a cover page where it told you who was writing it. But yeah, it's someone Brendan Thomas. I think it's Brendan Thomas actually, which I kind of recognize his name, but only because it just sounds familiar to me. Now onto the trades. 4 trades, so 6 trades in all for this month. And I'm gonna come right out and say it. I don't think I'm gonna get anything later this weekend, so safe bet to assume this is the last comic haul of October, which I'm fine with. I want to get at least 2 trips in a month to the comic book store, and 4 trips at least 4 trips to the library. That's per week, like say 4 weeks a month. I should 5 weeks. You know what I mean? Right, on to trades. Noctera, volume 1, $10 Image. There was another one that I did not get of Image. It was collecting 5 issues of an ongoing series. This is, for right now at least, a 6-issue miniseries. There's nothing about an issue 7 coming out. And it's $10. And the ongoing series was $16.99. And this actually got good reviews. The other one didn't. It got like a 3.5 out of 5, so I might get it next time. I'm just kind of I'm very skeptical about getting it. Especially because both are series I don't know anything about. But this is Scott Snyder, and he's very 50-50 with me. Current Scott Snyder is. I love his Batman run so far, but the new 52 one anyways. But I did not like his Undiscovered County at all. It was really boring. I just reread it the other day, and it was just as bad as I remembered it. But this looks different. This looks like it's gonna be like a different type of book. It's a apocalyptic kind of book. It's a lot of action. Mad Max, I say it's a lot like. I mean, the back of it. And Robert Kirkman says it's stunning, so I'll take Robert Kirkman's word for it. And Goodreads' word for it. But this next one, oh yeah, and I realized this is a 17 up book too, even though it says Young Animal. I don't know why I don't call it Black Label. But this one I've been waiting a long time for, but I was very on the fence about it because the usual suspects have not reviewed it yet. They've said nothing about it. The only people that have said anything about it are the people I don't trust as much. Near My Condition said it was really, really, really good, so I was like, all right, I'll get it. And it was also a series I wanted to read back when it was coming out, and never got caught up on it, and I just never read it. I don't think I ever had issue 1 actually, and that is Far Sector. It's the cheapest way I can get it too. Amazon is cheaper, but Amazon, a softcover book, yeah, right, you're getting that in good condition. Need we go over all the books I've gotten from Amazon? Have little chips and minor tears and everything like that. I got like that Punisher book 5 times because there was something wrong with it. I really should have kept it that first time. That first time I had nothing wrong with it. I just put everyone through a bunch of shit because I'm OCD about conditions. Okay, this is a Green Lantern murder mystery. But the things that were holding me back are it's N.K. Jemisin. I don't know anything about her. Hell, this could be her first DC book or comic book in general. She's she's an author of like the Broken Earth trilogy. Is that a book or is it a comic book? I don't know. Just knew nothing about the character. The character too, it's a new Green Lantern, and it's kind of like an SJW type character it seems, because they're doing it virtue signaling. And it's like, should I get it? Shouldn't I get it? But it got good reviews all around the board of the two people I listened to. Well, yeah, I listened to Goodreads, but I don't trust Goodreads and Nearman Condition as much as I do other people. In fact, when they say something is good, I'm like, okay, I need a second opinion, and I never got that second opinion, so only time will tell if I like it. But I got Batman the World for $25, and that was only $5 cheaper than Far Sector was. It's like, why the hell not? And Batman the World, no one talked about. I had to go off Goodreads, and it's probably gone down since then. Now this one, I was really on the fence about getting too. Just this time, I knew nothing about this. I know nothing about the series in general, and so I didn't know anything about it before. I'm just gonna take a quick look at the artwork. Artwork looks pretty good, but they had it. They technically do have it on Interloans, but one that in Interloans, for those of you who don't know, my library can get books from other libraries that participate in the Interloans. So I can get like a book from Dover. I've gotten like 50 books from like just this week. I feel Dover is like the Dover probably has like a whole like coliseum of comics that I could if I lived when I live in Dover, or if I ever moved to Dover, you bet your ass I'm moving right next to that public library. I'll move right across from it and just read and get some movies too. But anyways, without further ado, but the thing about it was the library that I kind of recognized. I think I've gotten from them. I think I've gotten books from them before, or movies or whatever, but I wasn't 100% sure, and it wasn't saying yes to we lend to you. So, and this is EXO: The Legend of Whale Wilson, Volume 1, and you might be saying to me like you may say to me like, sorry, an intro text. Anyways, so you might say to me like, oh, like, why did you get volume 1? You like to be a completist. Well, there's 4+ volumes of this series. And the only reason why I'll ever do like, oh, I want to get volumes 1 and 2 is if it's a new series like this. Because let's say issue 7 was coming out next, or coming out this week, and I didn't find it this week. I don't want to get this series and be stuck with this and never get the next few issues. I did that with Department of Truth. I'm still, well, I could have gotten volume 2 today, but I didn't want to get it. I didn't want to get it. It's not, it skips issues, and I don't like when volumes skip issues. I'd rather have everything physical, just in case, And so I still want to get that 17th issue of Something That's Killing Children. But last but not least, and this is a comic, so if Logan, you're watching right now, music, I should have said music done digitally, but I don't even know each other's names, and you guys know each other's names, if you watch my, live streams. But I did end up getting the Call of Duty comic. I want to see how bad this is. Not how bad it is, I'm curious. I'm curious to see how this is gonna be. Because, you ever, Call of Duty comics, like, that's unheard of. Yeah, I just want to see how this is gonna be. I'm not expecting it to be good at all. I'm super curious. I don't usually get these video game comics or these based off of movie comics. I mean, if it's a movie after it's a comic, obviously I'll get it. That's the majority of the books I get are books that came out before the movie. But this, I don't usually get it, but I was like, the hell with it. But I have to pay $17.99, but I got it for $5.99. It's like, no brainer. I'll get it. Why the hell not? Yeah, that's it. Pretty good stack. Far Sector is definitely the one that I'm the most excited to read. EXO, I'm kind of like, they probably didn't have it. I bet they did. But it wasn't that expensive. EXO was $25, or a thick trade that's the same size as Far Sector for $25. $5 cheaper than the Far Sector book. And then Noctera, I'm a bit skeptical on, because Scott Snyder, I'm not the biggest fan. Like I said, Scott Snyder has kind of fallen downhill. Undiscovered country, whatever the hell you want to call it, was pretty mediocre. At best, it was mediocre, and at worst, it was boring. So, time will tell. But I'm very excited I got this. And this is going right into a Mylar bag. In fact, if I thought about it when I was there, I would ask him for it right away. But no, I have plenty of Mylar bags. Poly bags. You guys know what I'm saying. That's it.